Following up now in San Luis Obispo, police have arrested 2 men this week in connection with stolen catalytic converters. Officers say they responded early in the morning on Tuesday to the 1800 block of Duval Ranch Road to reports of a converter that had been stolen. A short time later, police say they pulled over a vehicle downtown matching the description and found 8 catalytic converters in the back seat. The 2 suspects, identified as 30-year-old Vu Xiang and 26-year-old Gary Lee, both from Merced, were arrested. Police say the catalytic converters were returned to the correct owners. KSBY's Aaron Fay has more on why these types of thefts are on the rise.
It's shocking and a little bit scary. Wow, this just happened.
Missy Allison Bullock was one of 8 San Luis Obispo residents whose catalytic converter was stolen earlier this week.
Wait till they left. I didn't want to encounter or interrupt anything and get, hurt or anything. So I waited till they left and I went outside to check if that's indeed what happened.
According to San Luis Obispo police, thieves did tend to target Toyota Priuses like Allison Bullock.
I mean, it probably took them less than a minute to get that thing out. And this leaves the customer with a $3,000 bill.
Reeves say they currently have 2 Priuses in the shop missing converters, but adds there are ways to protect the converters for only a few $100s.
So this is the shield that we install on the bottom of the cat. We actually literally put the car in the air and we drill holes that won't harm the car, of course, and then we install these rivets into the bottom of the car. And these are rivets, not bolts, so they can't be unscrewed easily. They have to be drilled out.
Catalytic converters can go for thousands of dollars on the black market, and the parts contain precious metals. One lieutenant says salvage yards and auto shops are not allowed to accept converters like this because of thefts.
Probably why we're getting hit so hard. There's 2 things that they can do with them. One is they can reuse them on a vehicle that needs it, or they can melt it down and take the precious metals out and recycle them.
But for residents targeted in the thefts earlier this week, like Allison Bullock, they won't be shelling out cash to replace the missing parts.
Police caught the person and got the catalytic converters back. It does make a difference, though, because we're able to just put it back on.
We asked police why this is happening more lately, and Lieutenant Valenti says it could be due in part to the pandemic or a high demand from the black market.
It's hard to say. It could be because the jails in California aren't accepting people due to COVID on property crimes. It has to be a major felony crime for it to even be booked and retain them.
Aaron Fay, KSBY News.
Police say in many cases, recovered catalytic converters that have been stolen are able to be reinstalled. Jail logs show both suspects arrested this week are no longer in custody at the San Luis Obispo County Jail.